no. Are you watching the people through the screen door? Is that what you've been doing? Oh, your kisses. Oh, Mama loves you. Yeah, Mama loves you. Ah. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Sorry, puppy just needed a little loving. Welcome to Tune Up Tuesday. Is it a super fantastic sparkling start for you today? Jeepers, my hair's a mess already. We have had a cracking morning this morning. It has been such an amazing morning. Still working on my health challenge. Off to a great start with that. Was looking at today's 10 pages in the Super Attractor that I'm currently reading, and it was all about choosing joy. It was such a delight to read this whole half of a chapter on choosing joy in everything. And, we always talk about finding gratitude in everything. It's also the same with joy. Finding joy in our, getting a light reflection here. Oh, it's off a car out there. I'll just stay back here a little bit. It is all about finding the joy in all situations as well. Instead of dwelling on the bad, turn it around and concentrate on the good of it. They say if you're setting goals, find the joy is not accomplishing the goal. The joy is in the journey to achieve the goal. So you have that mindset shift. And I was like, that's really cool. And with your joy, you're shining your light for others to be able to follow you. You have your own internal flashlight. So switch it on. So it was just an incredible read through this morning about joy and how joy is our birthright. And we should be feeling it every day, looking for it, doing something and, doing fun. Fun was a big word this morning too, because fun helps you find the joy. So if there's if you're in a tense situation, crack a joke. And I'm like, that is so me. I try to find ways to make things funny. They don't always go over well, but at least I tried. But it was also talking about having fun. Go out when you're out walking, smile at people, share a smile. The smile could be the brightest spot. Sorry, somebody's throwing her treats around. Smiling could be the brightest spot. A smile could be a bright spot in somebody's day. You've just turned their day around, and you never know when things are going to happen. I have a friend who I sent a half birthday card and gift to, and she sent me back this beautiful email about how encouraging it was to receive this, how much joy she got out of it, considering the fact that everything of all the stuff that was going on in her life right then with people, close people and their family in hospital and some, in ICU and not feeling well and all this. And you can imagine the stress of that, being somebody who has been through having loved ones in hospital, having to deal with them. Going in each morning to see Brad was, it was all about bringing the joy into the room, bringing that light of love into the room, finding the fun things. That's what got us through our first round in the hospital. Was we were always cracking jokes. We would have, he was in pain. He just had his intestines mucked around with. His digestive system wasn't waking up how it should. But we had fun. We tried not to concentrate on the pain. We concentrated on the laughter instead. We'd get up, we'd go for walks around. If he was sleeping and stuff, I'd get bored. I'll get up and just go walk around the ward. And the nurses, I don't know if this actually happened, but I feel it was like they tuned into Brad really quickly, and they said that they had an engineer staying with them one time. Well, Brad has that engineering mind, and he got bored, so he counted the tiles on a walk around the ward, and then he took the size of the tiles, and he figured out that you have to do about 11 laps to create a mile. And so that was our goal each day, to do a mile of walking for Brad. He wasn't a big walker, but getting him out there each day. But what I did is that in times when he was taking a snooze and I had exercise I had to work him through as well. But at times when he was taking a snooze, I'd just get up and go walk. And you'd always meeting people, because it was post-surgical, you're always meeting people up and around and moving and everything else. And just stopping with them and just having random conversations, or just sharing a smile with them, going, good morning, good afternoon, and having a smile. Some of them you'd stop and have random conversations with. And there was one woman there, and she was skin and bone. But she was determined to keep going and keep living and everything else. And she had all of these medical problems going on, but she was out there every day walking. And I don't think I ever saw her not walking. If she wasn't walking, I'd just stop by her room and go, hey, just wanted to say hi. Make sure you're doing okay. And share a smile with her. And, I kept meeting her on the walk. So one day I stopped and started walking with her and learned her whole story, her whole story and the background she had come from and her medical issues that she was challenging with. She said, if I don't beat this, I don't know what I'm going to do next. And, just letting her talk, but coming from a place of love, of giving, it made her day brighter. And every time I saw her, I always had a smile for everybody out there walking with their little IV. They're all trying, the ones that just been post-surgical. They're out there, they're walking, they've got their IV stand, and they're just walking along with these IV stands and things. And but just to take the time, Brad was sleeping. We're under our own stress, but taking the time to find the joy in the day and go and share it with others to bring light into their day. Because some people, she didn't have anybody to come and visit her. She was in hospital. She was by herself. She had no visitors because her visitors were all back in Africa. All of her family was back in Africa. For some reason, she was here. I can't remember the reason because this was a few years ago, back in 2008. This was 14 years ago. And I don't remember why she was here in the States by herself. May have been because she came over for the medical care or something. But she had no family over here, nobody. And so she would just walk the hall. She would literally walk the wards just to say hello to people, to have that connection. So take time out of your day today when you're out. Your challenge for today in your Tune Up Tuesday, your challenge for today is to go find fun, go have fun, even if it's just putting headphones on and listening to your favorite music. If it's walking down the street, smile at people. I know some people wear masks and it covers the smile. Your eyes can translate. As long as the smile is reaching your eyes, you can translate that smile through the eyes. You can go from being to being. Anyway, but you can communicate a smile with your eyes if you allow the joy to shine through your eyes. Eyes really are the windows to the soul. If you can make your eyes sparkle with that spark of happiness, with that joy, that love, it will translate over to other people as you walk past, and they can see your smile with your eyes. If you're having to wear masks, if you're not wearing masks, then smile big and smile away. Wish everybody a happy day. When I'm out walking Zephyr every morning, it's other dog owners are out there, and it's always a good morning with a smile to those people. That may be the brightest point of their day. But I am determined when I am out walking to say hello to everybody that I meet. Some people I'll stop and have random conversations with. Other times it's just sharing a smile with them. But whatever you do, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day. Go make somebody else's day brighter just by picking up the phone and calling somebody. And as I was doing my reading this morning, I was writing down names of people I need to follow up with. That's another. It's around, and I've got friends who have had husbands pass, and it's around that time. It's around this time of year that it happened. I'm like, oh. I know I have it on my calendar. I've got to go check my calendar. So it's like, go check the calendar today, call them, leave them a message, send them a video, text, whatever, just to say, hey, just wanted to say hi and let you know I was thinking of you. So that's my mission this morning. And I got a new lesson coming up at 10:30. I think it's 10. Oh yeah, I was just making sure I wasn't late. I would have been like 6 minutes late, but it's at 10:30. So it's in 30 minutes, 24 minutes. I get to go and learn about something new, and I'm excited to do that. So find the joy. If you're learning a topic that is very dry and very dull, find the joy in it. Why are you learning this topic if it's so boring? Remember that passion. I had a big struggle during the week I was at my genealogy course because we were talking about methodology and sources and researching and how to put the stories together and everything else. And we had to be off camera, which for me, big issue. When I'm at a seminar online these days with the Zoom, I want my camera on because then I am fully present and engaged because people can see me. And if they can see me, I need to show that I am fully present, and it helps me to be fully present. But they required us to have cameras off. And if we left our cameras on, they turned them off. And I'm sitting here going, my camera's off. It was a struggle for me to stay present because with the camera off, all of a sudden, it's a very shiny world with lots of, oh, let's go check over here. Let's go. It was a struggle for me to stay focused with my camera off. And I think it hurt the instructors by them requiring us to have cameras off because they weren't getting the feedback. They're just talking to their presentation that they have on the screen. And to me, that was sort of like a big injustice to them, because when you're in a classroom, you've got all that communication going on. You've got the two-way communication, the nonverbal communication between the class members and the person speaking. And then you have the communication that's going on inside your head. You have the verbal communication with the instructors giving you the information. But if you cut, it's basically like, and I'm like, okay, if you're in a classroom, you can see people's faces. You can see them. You can get that feedback. Am I connecting with them? If you don't, and so think about this, you're in a classroom. It could be like, in a classroom, and all of a sudden this blackout curtain comes down between you and the person speaking. Now what's going to happen? That person speaking cannot see you, cannot read the room to see, do I need to cut this short? Are people needing a break? Am I connecting with them or not? They don't get that feedback, which makes their job 10 times harder. So by lifting that curtain, it's like, yay, we can see each other. We can have that communications going, those nonverbal communications going backwards and forwards. The presenter suddenly becomes more engaged because now they're getting the feedback from the room. So when you're getting, so you being that, think of yourself as that presenter, you're sharing your joy with other people. You're getting that feedback from them. I've seen people just like, as they're walking around, and they just come out, they walk the dog, let the dog do the thing, and they walk back, and they don't bother. That's as far as they walk. But I like to get out there, and I go after people like that. In a good way. I go up, I give them a good morning and a smile. Could be the brightest part of their day. You never know what's going on in people's lives. So my challenge to you is go out, smile at people, say hello, say good morning, say good afternoon. I never just say hello. It's always good morning or good afternoon to everyone, or good evening, depending on the time of the day. It's never just hi. But if you actually have to use a phrase more than just 2 letters, you can put some emphasis on that and make it joyful. So your challenge today, go out, have fun, choose fun today. Find the joy in what you are doing. I'm off to get have some breakfast first, and then I have to get prepared for a subject that I don't know nothing about, but it can be a little technical, and the sort of technical side it is something I'm not good at, but I am excited to learn it. I am excited to learn, and I have a great friend who is going to be teaching me a little bit about it in a language I can understand. Yay. So we're going to have a lot of fun, because I know if I don't understand something, it's going to, can you just go over that again? Because I didn't quite get that. So it's going to be, we're going to have fun and excitement today. Yay! Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys back here around 6 p.m. this evening Mountain Time. Hey, Konera. Choose joy.